Okay, guys, hopefully you're enjoying everything so far, and you liked Stave 2 better than you did Stave 1. That was kind of my feeling, because things start happening, right? So Stave 3 has 2 lists of words, so we are only going to have you complete the dictionary digs. All right, that's why you don't see down here, you don't see the words in context pages. So the amount of words will be like the ones we gave you on Friday, but the amount of work pages will be like what you had on Tuesday. Okay, so just focusing on the dictionary digs, that's the one where you really pay attention to what it's asking you about the word. If you find that this is not beneficial, let me know. Okay, so there are 2 lists, and I've just put them separately here. Okay, so let's start with list 1. Click on that. Remember to have your highlighters, blue for nouns, green for verbs, pink for adjectives, purple for adverbs. All right, here we go. This is part 1, 25 words in stave order. First word, prodigiously. Prodigiously. You see that ly on the end, so that clues you into being an adverb. And checking the definitions, extremely forceful, abnormally, monstrously, immensely, hugely, amazingly, astoundingly. That would describe how something is done. So that is, in fact, an adverb. Apprehensive, uneasy or fearful of something that might happen, fearful, anxious. If you're apprehensive, it describes you, how you're feeling, so that is an adjective. Seething. Ooh, this is a good one. To be in a state of agitation. See that for number 2? That clues you in with that to that it's a verb. And then verb in ing form here. So boiling would be more like in relation to your anger. Surging as well, not necessarily a pot that's boiling. So seething would be a verb. Now this word, capacious, that's quite a odd word. I don't use that one too often, but we see the OUS on the end. That clues us into an adjective. Something is capacious. It's spacious and roomy, capable of holding a lot of something, comfortable, expandable, abundant. So probably in reference to a space. Disdaining, disdaining. Now I see the ing on the end, but I want to see. Despising, belittling, spurning, looking upon, treating with scorn or contempt, considering another as beneath oneself, hating. So that would be an action. So the ing proves that it is a verb. Genial, I see the al on the end, clues me into an adjective. It means warmly, pleasantly, cheerful, cordial, friendly, jolly, good-natured, sociable. So yes, that definitely would describe a person. So it would be an adjective for sure. Demeanor, demeanor. A facial appearance, an attitude, conduct, behavior, deportment. That's a noun. That's a thing. It's not necessarily one of those things you can see or, I mean, you can witness it on someone else, but you can't necessarily hold it in your hand. That is a noun. Intricate. Intricate is an adjective that means complicated, complex, having many parts, difficult to understand. Diffuse, diffuse. Now I see the to at the beginning of my definition here. To spread or cause to spread in all directions, to scatter, to pour out. Okay, so that clues me in that it's a verb here. So this is diffuse. And I like the note here, don't confuse it with defuse, like to defuse a bomb. This is diffuse. Opulence. Opulence, I see that ence on the end, makes me think of a noun. Opulence means abundance, like abundance of goods, wealth, riches, affluence. That's a noun, that's a thing. Demurely. Demurely. I see that ly on the end. I see ly in my definitions. Probably going to be an adverb. modestly, shyly, unpretentiously, humbly, quietly, simply, plainly. All right, so that's definitely describing the way a person would do something, so that is an adverb. Gratis, gratis. That is, I believe, based on a Latin word, but it means for free, given or done without charge, a payment. Sometimes if you have ever heard about like a lawyer taking on a case pro bono, you know, it means the similar thing there. So that's an adjective there. Entreating, I see the ing. Can check my verbs, see if there are things we could do. Begging, imploring, asking, beseeching. Kind of reminds me of some word that we had in Stave 1. So entreating is a verb. Tartness, tartness. That ness on the end clues you into it being a noun. Okay, so tartness meaning, you know, something that is tart. So it's bitterness to the taste, sourness, being sharp-tongued. I guess it can relate to taste or like the character of someone, their spirit. Basically, not very nice. Revelers, revelers. These are nouns, okay, plural noun, merrymakers. Those taking great delight in an activity or celebration. Jostled is a past tense verb. Jostled means brushed, pushed, shoved, bumped against, okay, kind of rudely moved. Rampant, rampant. This is an adjective that means widespread, spreading rapidly. I'm sure you can think of COVID in terms of rampant, okay, and remember the definition there, how it spreads rapidly, excessive, almost uncontrollable, okay. You can think of weeds growing rampantly. Ubiquitous. Oh, that's a fun word to say. Ubiquitous. So the OUS on the end reminds me, probably an adjective. Ubiquitous means existing or being everywhere, especially at the same time. Omnipresent, universal, pervasive. So it's kind of like the everywhere thing. So that's an adjective. Heresy. Heresy. This is an opinion or doctrine different from or in conflict with whatever is accepted, okay? So usually a heretic is description of someone who's like against the church or the, you know, beliefs and teachings. Well, heresy is the noun form of that, okay? Ooh, 8th graders, see the word dissent? What does that make you think of, huh? RBG? Penitence? Oh, excuse me, let me try that again. Penitence, sorry, penitence. Oh, we know about this one. We went to church yesterday, right? So the ENCE on the end makes it a noun. Penitence is a state of regret for one's wrongdoings or sins. So having contrition, remember we said the act of contrition. So penitence, that's a noun. Adamant, adamant. That is an adjective. It means unyielding in attitude or opinion, in spite of all urging or appeals from others. So it's someone who's very determined, resolute, they're stubborn, they're uncompromising. If someone is adamant about something, they are not backing down. Surplus. This is an amount or a quantity that is more than needed. Okay, so it's basically kind of, you have a lot of it, something left over. It can be used as a noun or an adjective. In this sense, it says an amount or quantity, so that is a thing. In this sense, it's a noun. Rebuke, rebuke. This is a verb, okay? If you rebuke someone, you're expressing a sharp, stern disapproval. So if somebody's doing something in class that they shouldn't, teacher might rebuke them for that, okay? Reprimand. Odious. That's fun to say too. Odious. Now, it kind of sounds like odorous, okay, which we know is like smelly, stinky, but this is odious. O-U-S on the end, it's an adjective, means hateful, disgusting, abominable, despicable. All right. So someone who's odious is detestable. Can't stand them. And then plaintive. Plaintive means sad, expressing sorrow or melancholy, mournful, sorrowful. If you are plaintive, you're sad. So that's an adjective. All right, now you got to go to your other page here. List 2. Let me see if I can get through these. All right, it starts with mirth. Mirth is merriment, glee, basically happiness, amusement, okay? That's a noun. Desolation, see the shun on the end? That is a noun. It's loneliness, okay? Or maybe something that's in a state of ruin or devastation. Tarry is a verb. It means to delay, okay? Or to loiter, you remain temporarily or briefly. So, I feel like that's in a Christmas song or something, like don't tarry. So don't delay, and then loitering is like staying too briefly. Okay. Abyss. Abyss is a noun, a deep, immeasurable space. So something that's so huge you can't even fathom how large it is. Profound. Profound is an adjective, having deep understanding or insight. Okay. Usually related to something kind of grief, related, more serious. Affability. Affability. See that ability on the end, or the ity, that is going to make it a noun. Friendliness, agreeableness, having a friendly approach, okay? So having affability, that's a noun, okay? It doesn't mean friendly, it means friendliness, okay? Contortions. Contortions in this sense are nouns, okay? Acts of bending, twisting, or drawing out of shape. Okay, kind of deformities maybe. Contortions would be things that are all messed up. Credulity. Credulity is a willingness to believe or to trust too readily, especially without adequate evidence. Okay, almost like someone who's pretty gullible, something like that, okay? Faithfulness in the sense that you're not going to question anyone, you'll believe what they tell you, but having credulity, that ity on here again, and in your definition, willingness, that makes it a noun, that makes it a thing. Affront. An affront is a deliberate act or display of disrespect, an offense to one's pride, a put down. That's a noun. Vile is an adjective, highly offensive, unpleasant, objectionable, just horrible. Elicited, ed on the end, past tense, it's a verb. Drew out or brought forth, brought to light, okay, elicited. Menagerie. A menagerie is a collection of wild or unusual animals. So a menagerie is a noun. Diverted, ed on the end. Diverted means went in a different direction, turned aside from a path. Diverted is a verb. Imperceptibly, see that ly on the end? That makes it an adverb. It means having the power to escape being detected, excuse me. So it's ability to stay hidden. Inaudible, this is an adjective because we have the ible on the end. In means not. Audible meaning being able to be heard. So if you're inaudible, you cannot hear it. It's too quiet, has no noise. A refuge, noun, a shelter or a protection from danger. Wretched, wretched is an adjective, means miserable, pitiful, despicable, mean. Abject, an adjective. Hideous, an adjective. Degradation, you got that shun on the end, so that's a noun, a thing, the act of being humiliated. And appalled, we've got the ed on the end, but in this sense, it is an adjective, means disgusted, horrified, shocked. There you go. Now work on your dictionary digs. Bye-bye.